We are Israel united in Christ. We are out here to teach you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians that you are the Israelites of the Bible.
That's right.
All right? Give me John chapter 8, verse 32. We're out here to wake our people up that's walking in the congregation of the dead. They spiritually dead. They don't know who they are. But we out here to teach you the truth according to the Bible. How you doing, sister? You know your nationality according to the Bible? You don't? You know that the Most High God chose you to be a special people on this earth?
Hey, don't eat up!
Hear this real quick, sister.
The book of John, chapter 8 and verse 32. And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free.
So, the Most High says you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. The truth is that you are an Israelite according to the Bible.
Right,
you are the daughter of the Most High God, which makes you a princess, a royal nation, sister. You are a royal blood. Matter of fact, give me that Peter's 2 and 5, right? Yeah. Peter's out, sister.
The book of 1 Peter, chapter 2 and verse 9. But ye are a chosen generation.
So the Most High God says you are a chosen generation, sister. You hear that? You are a chosen generation. Read.
A royal priesthood.
You are a royal priesthood, sister. We are royalty. Did you know that? But our people don't know that we're a royal priesthood. Read.
And holy nation.
You're a holy nation. That means you're separate from all these other nations, sister. Read.
A peculiar people.
Most High God says you are a peculiar people. We are the salt of the earth. We bring the flavor to the earth. If it wasn't for us, the earth wouldn't be how it is now. He says you are a peculiar people. Why you think we don't age fast? When we get older, we still look young because the Most High God made us a peculiar people. Read.
That ye shall show forth the praises of Him who hath called you out of darkness into the marvelous light.
So the Most High God is trying to call you out of the darkness into the light, knowing that you are a royal priesthood, a chosen nation, a peculiar people.
Right.
Let me Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6. Because it's gonna say it again.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 6. For thou art an holy people.
Holy means separate. You are separate from all other people. Read.
Unto the Lord thy God.
Unto the Most High God.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto Himself.
So the Most High God chose you, sister, to be a special people unto Himself. He chose you. Read.
Above all people.
No, below all people.
Above all people.
No, equal to all people.
Above all people.
So a lot of our people think that everybody should be equal, but He chose us to be above all people on the face of the earth, sister.
That's
why it says you are a royal priesthood, a peculiar people. He only chose you, sister, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. We are the Israelites according to the Bible.
Right.
But let me ask you a question. So He says we should be above all people, right? Are we above all people? Do you know the reason why? You don't know why, sis? Well, I'm finna show you the reasons why we're not above all people. 15.
But it shall come to pass.
Future tense means in the future it will happen. Read.
If thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So the Most High God says if you don't hearken mean if you don't listen to the voice, which means this Bible. Read.
To observe, to do all His commandments.
No, some of His commandments.
All His commandments.
No, just the ones you like or you feel like you should do.
All His commandments.
So He says if you don't listen and do all of His commandments, read.
And His statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So He says all these curses mean all this evil is going to be brought upon us if we don't listen and do all His commandments. So let me ask you a question. Do you know some of the commandments that we're supposed to be doing? What are some?
Thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not covet.
So basically the 10, right? But you know there's more to that. So okay, the Most High God chose you to be a royal priesthood, right? Separate from all nations. So that means we walk differently, we talk differently, and our ways of life are totally different. We have different cultures. We have different holidays that we're supposed to celebrate.
That's right.
We have different dress codes from the other nations. That's what sets you apart from everybody else. So I'm going to show you some curses that we go through to show you that we are the children of Israel. Give me verse 16.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 16. Cursed shall thou be in the city.
So the Most High God says, cursed shall thou be in the city. Was we not cursed in the cities back then? Getting gunned down, getting lynched, staying in the outhouses, couldn't even stay in the good big houses, right? So we was cursed in the cities back then, getting gunned down and lynched. So even when you bring it up till today, is it the same thing still happening? Our people are still getting gunned down in the streets, the so-called blacks and Hispanics, right? So we are cursed in the cities. We live in the ghettos, in the projects. We have the worst jobs. You know what I'm saying? We the first fired, last hired. We labor for a little or nothing. So we are cursed in the cities.
That's right,
we can't,
right.
as a people, we can't move up. Because the Most High God says, if you don't hearken and listen, do all my commandments, I'm going to put these curses upon you. So we cursed in the cities.
And cursed shalt thou be in the field.
So we were cursed in the field. Our ancestors had to work from sun up to sundown. Only thing they knew was laborers' work. Some of them died in the fields. You know what I'm saying? Blood, thirst, and tears, just working. So even until today, even though our people was working in those fields, they couldn't even eat in the fields. And now we don't have none of that land to you understand, that we was working in, right? So even when we want to move out of the cities, right, and we go to the countries, we still stay in the worst conditions in the countries. The most broken down trailer homes and everything, right? So the Most High God says we're going to be cursed in the cities and cursed in the field. How you doing, brother? You know the Most High God chose you to be a special people above all the other nations? You know the Most High God chose you to be a special people above all other people?
Yeah.
You're a royal priesthood, right?
Yeah.
So are we above all people?
No.
Nope. Because why? We broke God's commandments. Read verse 15 again. We get right back to the rest of them, sis.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So if you, it's going to happen, future tense, if you don't listen to the voice, which is this Bible, you read the Bible?
Yes.
You read, so it's command, it's a book of laws, right? So continue reading.
To observe, to do all his commandments.
So the Most High God says if we don't listen and do all of his commandments, not some, not ones that we just like, but all his commandments, read.
And his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So he says all this evil is going to come upon us and overtake us, right? So get me verse 32.
Verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
So who did that happen? Who did that happen to in slavery? Our sons and our daughters was given into another people, right? What particular people did that happen to?
The blacks.
The blacks, the Hispanics, right? So during slavery it happens. So even if you bring it up till today, if your household not in order and you have kids, who's gonna come take your kids? The defects, right? Another nation of people, right? So he says, our sons and our daughters shall be given unto another people. Read.
And thy eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long.
You're going to be mourning for your kids because they just took them away. You can't love them how you want to. Read.
And there shall be no might in thy hand.
And we ain't going to have no type of power to get our kids back. No military might, no economic might. No type of power to get our kids back. So that's another curse, right? So get me verse 45.
Verse 45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee and shall pursue thee and overtake thee.
So anywhere our people are, whether it's in the U.S., whether it's in South America, Europe, Asia, anywhere across the world, our people are suffering these curses.
Right.
Read.
And shall be till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Because we didn't listen to God's commandments. Read.
To keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee, and they shall be upon thee for a sign.
So these curses are upon us for a sign. So when you read these curses, that's going to only fit one peculiar people, right? So that's what the sign is for. That's just like how you know that's Popeyes over there. Because of the sign, right? How you know what street you're going to go on? Because of the signs, right? So these curses are going to be upon us for a sign, so we'll know that this is pertaining to us.
Right.
Read.
And for a wonder.
And we're going to wonder why we are going through these things. Read.
And upon thy seed forever.
So they're going to be upon your seed forever. You, your children's, and their children. So upon your seed forever. Why? Because we disobeyed the commandments of the Lord. So I'm going to give you two more curses that we go through. 48.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
So the Most High God says we're going to serve our enemies. That's plural. So we have multiple enemies. Read.
Which the Lord shall send against thee.
And the Most High God sent our enemies to us. Why? For breaking his commandments. Read.
In hunger.
And hunger. Anytime you want something to eat, who do you have to go to? Anytime you want something to eat. Go to a Kroger's, Walmart, Popeyes, Burger King. Who own these places? The other nations, right? So we're going to have to go to them in hunger. Read.
And in thirst.
If you don't pay your water bill, what's going to happen, sis? Who over the water? The government, right? Which is who? The so-called white man, right?
And in nakedness.
Anytime you want some clothing, you got to go to the other nations. Even if our people do own a clothing store like Sean John and all those stuff, they still have to get the textile from the other nations. Taiwan, Japan, Russia, all these other nations. So we're going to have to serve them in hunger, thirst, nakedness. How you doing, sister?
And in want of all things.
So anything you want, you're going to have to go to your enemies and want of all things. So sis, if you want a birth certificate, if you want a marriage license, if you want a death certificate, if you want to get a car, a house, anything your heart desires, you're going to have to go to your enemies and want of all things. Right? So read.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee.
So the Most High God said your same enemy is going to put a yoke of iron upon your neck until he destroy you. We've been destroyed mentally, right? Because now we don't even know who we are. So if I ask you what's your nationality, what would you say? African American. Africa was named by a white man, Leo Scipios Africanus, right? America was named by a white man, Americo Vespucci. You being a brown-skinned woman, how can you derive from two different white men? There's no possible way. Because we make the color, they don't make color. They void of color.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So we call ourselves African American. Before we was African American, we was Afro American. That's a hairstyle, sister. Before that, we was niggas, colors, coons, all these different names. So our nationality changed every decade. So you gotta ask yourself, what is your true nationality? You know what I'm saying? We have lost our nationality. Why? Because we have broken God's laws. Right. Give me Isaiah 65 and 15. Isaiah 65 and 15. Read.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 65 and verse 15. And ye shall leave your name for a curse.
So the Most High God says we're going to leave our name for a curse. We're going to leave, that's your nationality, who you truly are. We don't have our true name. Read.
Unto my chosen.
Because we are God's chosen.
Shalom. This is Bishop Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. Please subscribe to our YouTube channels. Stay up to date with our latest events, music, and classroom lessons. IUIC plans to continue visiting different countries where this gospel has not been preached before. IUIC needs your help in pushing this truth. So join us, subscribe to our Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and podcasts, and stay up to date with us. For more information, please visit www.israelunite.org.